So, the Peter story, or the story of Peter, part 3. Here is the king of the country. The king of the country, the king. The king had 3 daughters. He had 3 daughters. The king's 3 daughters were in the garden, and they were having a garden party. They were dancing in the garden. The king's 3 daughters loved to dance, so they danced in the garden. And the sun was shining. It was a beautiful day, but suddenly a strong wind started to blow, and the wind picked up the 3 daughters of the king, and the wind took them away out of the garden. The king was in his palace, and suddenly somebody cried, "Your Majesty! A strong wind has taken your daughters away!" "What? My daughters?" "Yes, all 3 of them." Yes, the wind has taken the princesses away. Oh no, oh no, oh me, oh my. The king was desperate. "Where are my daughters? Where are my daughters? Please find my daughters." The king didn't know what to do. He said, "If somebody finds my 3 daughters and brings them back home to me, I will give him half my kingdom, and he can take one of my daughters in marriage. I will marry one of my daughters to him." Okay, so everybody wanted to find the king's daughters, because everybody wanted half of the kingdom and one of the princesses, because they were beautiful. They were so beautiful that all the young men in the kingdom started to look, and they tried to find the 3 daughters of the king, but nobody found them. Now Peter, where is Peter? Can you give me Peter, please? So Peter heard what happened. He heard what had happened. He heard that a strong wind took the 3 daughters of the king, and he heard that the king wanted his 3 daughters back, and he heard that the king said, "If somebody brings my daughters back to me, I will give him half my kingdom and one of my daughters in marriage." So he went to the king and he said, "Your Majesty, I will give it a try. I'll give it a try, and I'll go and find your daughters." "Okay, son," the king said. "If you find my daughters, and if you bring them back home to me, I will give you half of my kingdom and one of my daughters. You will choose. If you want my oldest daughter, I will give you my oldest daughter in marriage. If you want the middle daughter, you can have the middle daughter. If you want my little youngest daughter, you can have her. It will be your choice, but please bring them back to me. Okay, I will do my best, Your Majesty. So, goodbye and see you soon. He was very optimistic. So he went. He went and he found a dense forest. Where is it? The forest. Yeah. Ah, that's it. So John looked everywhere, but he couldn't find the king's daughters. He looked for 3 years, but he couldn't find them. Finally, he was in this forest. And in the forest, he found an old man. It was not the old man he had met in the village. No, it was another. But he had a long beard too. So Peter asked him, he said hello to him. Hello, Father. And he was surprised. What are you doing here in this dense, dark forest? Nobody ever comes here, not even the birds come here. What are you doing here, young man? Well, I am looking for the king's daughters. 3 years ago, the 3 girls were dancing. They were having a garden party in the garden. It was a beautiful day, but suddenly a strong wind came and the wind took them away. And the king was very, very unhappy, and he wants his daughters back. And the king said that if I can find his daughters and if I bring them back to him, he will give me half his kingdom and he will give me one of his daughters, and his daughters are beautiful, so I want to find them. Do you know where they are? Where are they? Do you know, my father? And he said, yes, I know about them. Ah, wonderful, wonderful. Where are they? And he said, the old man said, they are in the underworld. They are in the underworld. It was 3 dragons that took them away. And the dragons took the girls down to the underworld. They are there with the dragons. Oh, okay. So I will go to the underworld. Yeah, okay, you can do that. You can go there. Yeah, but can you tell me the way? Which way shall I go? Shall I go that way? Shall I go that way? Which way shall I go? You just keep straight away. Straight away. Can you see that tall tree? Yeah. And the old man pointed at this tree. It was a tall tree. So he could see it. Yeah, I can see that. Okay. So beyond that tree, there is a deep hole in the ground. You can go down that hole and you will get to the underworld. So you just go straight to the tree and it will be beyond the tree, the hole. Okay, thank you, Father. Goodbye. Goodbye, son. Take care. I will. Okay, so Peter went to the tree. It was a tall tree. And on the top of the tree, a bird lived. It was a griffin. He was a big bird. But the Gryphon was not at home. He wasn't at home, but he had 3 sons. And his 3 sons were at home. They were in the nest. Yeah, the nest of the Gryphon was on the top of the tree. But there was a problem. A strong wind came, and the wind blew, and the nest fell off the tree. Well, and it fell to the ground. Bang! And the Gryphon's 3 sons were on the ground. And they were crying. Wah, 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 wah. And he heard the little birds crying, and he asked them, "What's the problem?" And they said, "Our father has gone somewhere. He's not at home, and the strong wind came, and the wind blew the nest off the top of the tree, and we fell down to the ground, and we can't go back home." So he picked up the 3 birds. He put them back in the nest, and then he took the nest up the tree. He climbed up the tree. He climbed to the top of the tree, put it, to the top of the tree. Yeah, he didn't turn it upside down. No. That was another story. So he climbed the tree with the nest, and he took the 3 sons of the Gryphon back home with the nest. Put it back, put the 3 birds were in here. And then the Gryphon came home. He came home and he landed on the top of the tree when he came home. And his 3 sons told him what had happened. They said, "Father, a strong wind came and it blew our nest off the tree. We fell to the ground, but this young man came and he took us home." The Gryphon was very grateful. He said thank you to Peter. He said, "Thank you. You are a very nice young man. Thank you for saving my 3 sons. What shall I give you? Wait, let's see. I have a whistle. You see? Now, I will give you this whistle." And the Gryphon gave Peter a whistle. And he told him, when you are in a trouble, when there is a problem, just blow this whistle. Blow the whistle, I'll hear it, and I'll come to help you. Okay? All right, thank you. When I am in trouble, I will blow the whistle. Okay, thank you. So he put the whistle in his bag, and he said, "Oh, can you tell me the way to the underground?" "Oh yes, sure. Just look down. Can you see that hole?" "Oh yeah." The hole was right next to the tree in the ground. That hole is the entrance to the underground. Okay, thank you. So he climbed down the tree. He said goodbye to the Gryphon, climbed down, and there was that hole. It was under the tree. The hole was under the tree, and it was a deep hole. So he started scratching his head. How am I going to go down this deep hole? Luckily,